Isa ka bang college student pero hindi mo gusto ang course mo? Then this episode is perfect for you. Hello, pretty people! Yes, usapang college course po tayo today. Share ko lang sa inyo, no? Based sa analytics ng podcast natin, ang age demographic ng listeners natin ay usually nasa working class na. Karamihan dyan, for sure, mga millennials din. So, if you are listening right now, and part kayo ng demographic na yan, I have a question for you. Anong mga parte ng katawan nyo ang nagsisimula ng sumakit? Eme! Napakapit ka sa likod mo, no? Okay, if you are currently in college or magka-college pa lang, makaka-relate kayo sa storyteller natin this week. Pero kung nasa working class ka na, nakagraduate ka na, this is the perfect time for you to reminisce on the past, especially nung magsisimula ka palang mag-college. Alright, by the way, ako nga pala ang inyong millennial Tito Alvin, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga opinyon na hindi nyo naman hinihingi. Opinyon at kuro-kuro tungkol sa iba't ibang problema ng ating mga storytellers, kung saan nais nilang malaman kung ang mga desisyon nila sa buhay ay tama ba o mali. But in this podcast, we do it differently. It's going to be pretty or petty. Kung hindi pa kayo naka-follow, follow us na and give us a 5-star rating kung saan mo man pinakikinggan itong podcast. Let's go and listen to the story of the week in this segment we call Storytime.
My name is Archie, and I am a second-year architecture student. So, I'll go straight to the point. Ayaw ko po ng horse ko. I really want to be a veterinarian because I love animals. I believe that this is my calling. Kapag nakakakita ako ng dog na gutom or may sakit, I have this urge to help them kasi feeling ko they are helpless and they need my help. But the problem is, ayaw ng parents ko na maging vet ako. I came from a family of architects. Daddy ko architect, kuya ko architect din, yung tito ko architect din. All of them are working sa architecture firm ng dad ko. Kaya they want na maging architect din ako. But I don't want to. Prior to going to college, nagtalo pa kami ng dad ko kasi he really wants me to become an architect. And I said, wala sa interes ko ang mag-design ng bahay at buildings. Sabi ko din sa kanya na nasa vet-med ang line of interest ko. Madaming rason ang sinabi ng tatay ko sa akin kesyo mahirap kumita ng pera sa pagbe-vet at kailangan ko daw mag-architect kasi they need my help to manage the firm in the future. So, nakaplan na ang buhay ko based sa mga gusto nilang mangyari? But how about my interests? It's like, I don't have a choice anymore, especially they are the ones paying for my school. Ang sabi pa ng dad ko, he is willing to pay for my college tuition kahit magkano pa yan, basta architecture ang course. At hindi niya ako tutulungan sa college expenses kung ipipilit kong i-pursue ang pagiging vet. Every time na papasok ako ng school at every time na nagagawa ako ng plates, I can't help but to be mad at my dad for having this control over my life. So now, intentionally, hindi ko inaayos grades ko. I have a couple of failed subjects and kung pumasa naman, yung saktong pasado lang. I know I can do well in school, but I just chose not to. This is the only way that I can think of for them to realize that architecture is not really for me. What advice can you give me?
I really feel for Archie and his situation. Kasi, sino ba naman ang ma-excite na gawin mo ang isang bagay na hindi mo gusto, di ba? Kahit naman sino kung di mo bet yung ginagawa mo, sinong ma-excite, di ba? Sinong matutuwa? Pero yung kay Archie kasi, medyo critical. Kasi, college education yung pinag-uusapan Kumbaga, future career niya ang nakasalalay dito. So, understandable yung conflict na pinagdadaanan ni Archie. Sabihin ko sana nakausapin niya yung daddy niya or parents niya to convince them na hindi niya gusto yung course niya. Pero buti na lang nasabi niya sa story na tinry naman niyang kausapin yung parents niya. It's just that mas malakas talaga yung powers ni Father Dear. Kung isipin mo nga, parang parang slight tertiary. Ano daw? Aga-aga, agbabakel. By the way, kung may narinig kayong tumatahol, nananaginip ata yung asa ko. Okay, ano siya sabi ko? Ayun, parang isang teleserye ang peg ng story ni Archie. Alam mo yon, yung trope na meron kang overbearing or controlling parents. Yan. Akala ko sa TV lang merong ganun pero apparently hindi pala. Pero ito hindi ko lang alam kung ako lang or baka naiisip nyo din. Yung mga ganitong senaryo madalas nangyayari lang sa mga pamilyang medyo malaman ang bank account. Yung sabihin na nating mga rich families. Kasi kapag hindi naman ganun kayaman, hindi mo usually maririnig sa mga parents na wag yan ang course na kunin mo or ayoko ng course na yan. Hindi ko nila lahat pero in general, parang hindi ka naman ako nakarinig ng ganyan from a medium class family. Nako, baka maging classist ako niyan. Baka mabash na naman ako. Pero 'di ba, yung mga sakto lang ang household income. Ang usually nasa isip nila is basta makapagtapos lang ng pag-aaral, kahit anong course 'yan, carry na. 'Di ba? Hindi tulad ng mga nasa rich family na meron silang mas madaming options, kaya mas stricter ang mga parents or minsan meron silang family business or legacy na ang inaasahan nilang magko-continue ay yung mga anak nila. Feeling ko sa mayayaman lang nangyayari itong mga ganitong sitwasyon. Pero in fairness, interesting ang course na gusto ni Archie, veterinary medicine. Parang it's not that common. I think hindi siya ganun ka-common. Hindi tulad ng mga usual course nung panahon, like engineering, architecture, business administration, nursing, yung mga ganyan. Yan yung mga very famous courses back in the day Noon kasi, nakakatakot kumuha ng course na hindi masyadong familiar. Especially dati, pipili ka ng course kung saan maraming trabahong naghihintay para sa'yo. Kumbaga, kung ano yung in-demand na trabaho, dun mo i-align yung course na gusto mo. Kapag yung course mo leads to a job na hindi ganun ka-stable or not that in demand, medyo kinakabahan ng parents natin yan kasi they don't know what will happen to us in the future kung wala kang stable na trabaho. Kasi, nung time ko, it's the rise of the computer-related jobs. Kaya patok na patok sa college ang mga IT courses, mga networking courses, computer engineering, computer science, bukang bibigyan ng karamihan, hindi man halos lahat, karamihan ng mga 4th year high school students dati computer science. Tapos, meron din namang time na mataas ang demand for nurses abroad. Kaya, tumaas din ang nursing, 'di ba? Nursing yung in-demand na college course dati. Now, with the advancement of technology, nag-evolve na din yung trends Feeling ko, mas marami nang kumukuha ng mga courses ngayon related to multimedia arts, mga entrepreneurial related courses. Kaya nyo yun, entrepreneurial. Kasi, yan yung mga trend ngayon Ang mindset kasi dati, mag-aaral ka ng college, graduate ka, magwo-work. Ngayon, medyo nag-iba na eh. Mag-aaral ka ng college, gagraduate ka, tatayo ka ng business. Parang ganon. May mga taong hindi work ang path na nakikita nila. More on building their own business, being their own CEO, parang ganyan. Pero yung kay Archie kasi, may additional pressure for him because of his family's legacy. Na majority ng family members ay architects, kaya andun yung assumption na dapat architect ka din, ganyan. Andun yung expectation na he will help the family business since meron silang architecture firm na sarili. So, mahirap naman talaga on Archie's part, especially na may intervention yung parents niya, specifically yung dad, on which college course that he should take. Naalala ko tuloy nung nag-apply ako for college. Ayan, ito na naman tayo sa mga kwento ni Tito Alvin. Nung nag-a-apply ako sa UP, doon kasi sa form, may option doon ng courses. Parang meron kang 4 choices ng course. May option 1, 2, 3, 4. Yung 1, yun yung pinakagusto mo. Then yung 4th, yung pinaka-least favorite mong kunin na course. Meron din silang second option or second choice for the campus. Dun sa course, so nilista ko yung course na gusto ko, di ba? Dun sa courses, kaya meron kang 4 na options doon. Para siguro kung hindi ka pumasa on your first choice, yung intended course mo, pwede ka pa ding makonsider sa mga second, third, fourth choices mo. So ito na. So sinabihan ko yung nanay ko. Sabi ko, ma, ang first choice ko, accounting. Tapos, second choice ko, journalism. Yung third and fourth choice ko, hindi ko na matandaan eh. Sabi ni mama, bakit kailangan pa ng second choice? Dapat, kung ano yung gusto mong course, yun yung ilagay mo. That time, hindi naman ako masyadong knowledgeable sa mga ganyan. Kumbaga, medyo naive pa ako and ignorant on those kind of things. So, nagpabudol ako sa nanay ko. Ligwak yung mga other choices. Ang natira na lang, first choice, accounting. And to tell you, ang accounting sa UP ay quota course. Meaning, very limited lang ang number of students na i-admit on that year. Tapos, sa campus naman, sabi ko, ma, yung first choice ko, Diliman. Tapos yung second choice ko, Los Baños. Yun kasi yung nilagay nung iba kong classmates. So, ginaya ko lang. Sabi naman niya, ang layo daw ng Los Baños. Well, totoo naman. Malayo naman talaga. Baka daw mahirapan ako and dagdag gastos daw ang dorm. Siyempre kasi kung malayo, kailangan mag-dorm doon or mag-apartment. So, dagdag gastos daw yun. So, ligwak na din yung ibang choice ng campus which is Los Baños. So, ang ending, hindi ako nakapasa sa UP. Kasi yung score ko, hindi pasok sa score or quota ng accounting. So, kinausap ko nga yung admissions office, nagpapareconsider ako. Ang sabi niya, hindi na raw talaga pwede. Pero kung may second choice daw ako, malaki ang chance ko na makapasok dun sa course na yun. So, ayun, uwi akong luhaan. And my dream of being an isko, poof, just like that. So, ang next school na in-applyan ko is ang Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila or PLM. Prestigious school yan sa Maynila. Not as prestigious as the Big Four, pero lumalaban yan, PLM. Now, since I was born in Manila, I am eligible sa scholarship ng PLM. Meron silang ganung program before eh. Ewan ko kung hanggang ngayon meron pa rin na if you're born in Manila or if you're currently residing in Manila, pwede ka nalang gawing scholar. So, exam naman ako. Ito na. Around May, siguro mga third week ng May, wala pa ding results. Yung entrance exam ng PLM. Kaya itong nanay ko, slight nagpapanik na. Kasi wala pa akong papasokang college. Usually pag ganyan, iba meron ng college sa papasokan eh. Ako wala pa. So, parang na-scratch off na yung idea ng PLM. Kasi feeling namin, hindi ako pumasa. So, anong nangyari, in-enroll ako sa ibang school. I ended up sa Rizal Technological University or RTU sa Mandaluyong. Nakabayad na akong tuition, nakabili na ng uniform, pati yung mga usual na gamit ng mga first year college students na nabili na din namin. Tapos ito ang nangyari. 2 days after ko makapag-enroll, Lumabas ang results ng PLM at alam nyo kung ano nangyari. Pasado, lolo nyo. And take note, scholar. Wonk-wonk talaga, ma'ams. Pero tapos na eh. Nakapag-enroll na ako eh. Hindi na namin pinush na ipa-refund yung sa RTU kasi ayaw namin ng confrontation ng nanay ko. Well, ang ano lang nun, hindi namin alam kung anong gagawin. Basta, pinush na lang namin yung RTU. I'm not saying na RTU is bad Okay din naman sa RTU. It's just that, hindi talaga yung kasi yung initial plan namin. Now that I'm telling this story, siguro, during that time, kung pinaglaban ko yung gusto ko and yung mga ideas ko, like yung logic behind the choices sa UP, between courses and campus, or maybe I persuaded my mom to wait a little bit longer sa result ng entrance exam, I may have been a student of UP before or I became a scholar of Manila. And hindi ko sinasabi na kasalanan to ng nanay ko Kumbaga, it's a tie. Pareho kaming may pagkukulang that time. Pero again, okay na yon, matagal nang tapos yon. So balik tayo kay Archie. In fairness kay Archie, pinaglaban naman niya yung gusto niya He talked to his parents, his dad, and he tried to reason out naman sa dad niya kung ano yung mga reasons niya, kung naayaw niya ng mag-design ng mga bahay, ang calling niya ay mag-vet. And again, it's just that mas malakas ang puwersa ni father. Nasunod ang gusto ng father kaysa sa gusto ni Archie. Meron pang ewan ko kung anong tatawag niya dito kung threat ba ang itatawag natin. Pero yung sinabi ng dad na wala siyang makukuhang financial support kung hindi architecture ang course na kukunin. Wow, martial law. TBH, medyo foul and sad at the same time. Kasi, bakit naman kailangan dumating sa point na hindi mo susuportahan yung gusto ng anak mo? And ipipilit mo kung ano yung nasa tingin mong tama for him. At this day and age, medyo may pagka-backward thinking na yan Pero again, wala na tayong magagawa kasi nagawa na Nasa architecture na si Archie. So ngayon, ang ginawa ni Archie to retaliate, intentionally, hindi niya inaayos ang school performance niya. Thinking na his parents will allow him to choose what he wants since hindi naman siya nag-excel sa current niyang course. Parang may mali doon. I don't think it's going to work like that. Kasi, worst case scenario, patitigilin ka sa pag-aaral and they will totally stop all kind of support. And pag gano'n na nangyari, Archie, saan kangkungan ka pupulutin, aber? Unfortunately, and this sounds really bad, pero right now, you are at the mercy of your parents. Especially na sila ang nagpapaaral sa'yo. I know, truth hurts, pero that's the reality. By intentionally flunking your subjects, you're not just wasting your parents' money, but you're also wasting your time and possibly your future. Ikaw na mismo nagsabi na kaya mo namang galingan kung gugustuhin mo di galingan mo na while you're at it. Right? Ba't kailangan mo ibagsak? Di galingan mo na now. Ito na lang pwede kong isuggest sa'yo. For now, tis ganda ka muna. Bear with it for as long as you can. Finish your architecture course like what your parents want you to do. Tapos, once you complete architecture, start working and save money. Once you have enough funds to support yourself in school, then that's the time that you can pursue yung dream mo na maging vet. I think that way, wala nang magiging say ang parents mo sa decision mo. By that time, you're a full-grown adult na, capable of deciding for yourself, and you have your own money to support what you want to do. Right? At least, kung hindi man mag-work yung path mo to become a vet, you still have that fallback career of being an architect. Makes sense, right? I can sense din naman that being a vet is really your passion. And I'm telling you that passion does not expire. Uulitin ko for the people at the back, passion does not expire. You can still pursue your passion kahit matanda ka na or kahit ma-delay yan. Okay lang yan. Tignan mo ko. It was my passion to become a podcaster when I was a little kid. Kaso hindi pa uso ang podcasting noon kaya hindi ko nagawa. Pero look at me now. Chareng! Podcasting ng batang pinagsasabi mo. Wala pang podcast noon. Anyway, yun na nga. Work with what you have now. Then start carving your own path once you have your own resources to support it. Make sense? We've reached the part of the podcast where we determine if Archie is pretty or petty. The time has come for you to know your verdict. I will say that you, Archie, are petty. I believe that there is a right timing for everything. Maybe pursuing veterinary medicine is not the right time for you right now. Do not undervalue yourself by intentionally failing. Okay? Instead, arm yourself with different learnings and knowledge that you can get right now so you'll have more options to choose from in the future. Okay? Alright? Okay. Alright. I like. Charot. Alright, that's the end of episode 7. Again, if you are not yet following this podcast, please do follow us and listen to our upcoming episodes. And don't forget to share this episode or podcast using the hashtag PrettyPettyThePodcast. Oh, sangka, may pa-hashtag tayo. You can also follow us on Instagram at PrettyPettyThePod and in TikTok at PrettyPettyThePodcast. Please follow our Facebook page na din by going to bit.ly/PrettyPettyThePodcast or just search for Pretty Petty The Podcast in Facebook. And kung hindi mo din gusto ang college course mo noon at gusto mo ding i-share dito sa podcast or isa kang brand looking for brand partnership and collaboration, please send us an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at huwag maging petty. Buyers!